We have a follow-up now to a story we first reported back in 2009. A Baldwin County woman pleaded guilty to selling cars at a dealership and pocketing some of the money. Police say she took part in this scheme with her husband, and now she could be called to testify against him. Fox News reporter John Rogers with that story.
In April 2009, Daphne police finally caught up to Patricia and Randy Baker. The couple had worked at East Bay Kia, and police said the pair had a scheme going where they sold numerous cars and then pocketed the down payments.
They were pretty slick. From what we can understand, it was going on for several years prior to us getting involved or us ever getting a complaint on it.
The couple soon fled the state. Patricia was arrested in Georgia and brought to Alabama. According to court documents, she pleaded guilty a few weeks ago. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but that sentence was suspended, and she's now serving 3 years probation, and she could be called to testify against her husband, Randy. As for him, he was finally extradited from Tennessee nearly 3 years after he fled the area. Officers said the extradition process took a while.
You can't just transport people back and forth over state lines when warrants are issued for them. It has to go through a process that sometimes eventually ends up in the governor's office to get extradition papers signed.
So now Randy Baker is waiting for a court date where he could face his wife. In the meantime, Daphne police are still not sure how many of those stolen cars are still out there.
We know of probably over 20, 25 cars that we know of, but there's no telling. There could be many more out there that you know, we'll never know just because the paperwork's been destroyed or just the evidence isn't there for us to find the cars.
Randy Baker is currently out on bond. Reporting in Daphne, John Rogers, Fox 10 News.
Daphne police say they're steadily getting calls about more vehicles being found. Officers say the investigation could continue for another year.